Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Onslow County where a man is now behind bars facing animal cruelty charges. According to warrants, 36-year-old Charles Steele was arrested on Wednesday. Warrants show that Steele did not provide a dog with food, water, or care, leading to its death. Steele also intentionally wounded, injured, or deprived necessary care to 4 puppies, court documents show. Now, the Onslow County man was charged with felony cruelty to animals, kill animal by starvation, and 4 counts of misdemeanor cruelty to animals. He was taken to the Onslow County Jail, where he remains on a $10,000 secured bond. And we also have news out of Carteret County, where a man is now facing charges after failing to do work he was paid for. 36-year-old Jonathan Reams was arrested on Thursday. Court documents show that last March, Reams was paid $26,300 to install a diesel engine. Reams, however, did not install the engine, warrants say, and did not pay the victim back. The Carteret County man was charged with failing to work after being paid. He is being held in the Pitt County Detention Center under no bond. And now we want to turn to your weather forecast. We continue to see adjustments with this winter storm that's going to be impacting us this coming weekend, and looking at more of an ice event versus a snow event. We started talking about this transition over the past couple days, and it's locking in more and more. The fact that we are again going to be experiencing more freezing rain than any other type of precipitation. It is going to again be kind of a gross weekend. Certainly not a winter wonderland snowscape. That's not in the cards at this point. We'll have to see some major changes with model data in order to get that solution to come back out again. For right now, people need to prepare for again just dreary, wet, cold, and freezing conditions with ice across hefty portion of eastern North Carolina. Now, the good news is ice accumulations still expected to stay below ½ an inch. That is positive news. Once you get above ½ an inch of accumulated ice, power outages become more and more likely. Now, we are still looking at a potential for some snow and sleet to come in early, I wouldn't say early, but certainly Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then as we make our way through Saturday night and into Sunday morning, everything is going to be switching over to rain and freezing rain. Snow and sleet totals again going to be fairly low, maybe an inch, maybe 2, not much. Ice again is the biggest threat out of this system. Now, again, it is going to extend at this point now a little bit into Monday morning. We're not going to, again, see Monday hold a continuation of what we're going to see on Sunday. That's not the case. But we will wake up still, again, to a few freezing raindrops coming down as that system pulls away from the coast early Monday morning. Tail end of Monday, though, looking dry, but obviously frozen. Right now, air temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s. We've got 47 degrees in Washington, Goldsboro, as well as Rocky Mount and Manteo. 48 degrees showing up in Williamston, Greenville, Kinston, New Bern, and Kenansville. Right now, we've got 50 degrees in Jacksonville, along with Elizabeth City, 51 in Edenton, Plymouth, Oriental, and Beaufort. Now, winds right now coming in generally out of the west to west-southwest. Wind speeds not all that impressive, about 5 to 10 miles an hour right now, but those winds are going to be bringing in some light rain showers to eastern North Carolina as we head through today. We've seen a few drops so far this morning. We've got more on the way coming up later on this afternoon. What I want to highlight again, we finally have a good read on that area of low pressure that's going to evolve into the massive winter storm that's going to be impacting most of the southeastern United States. That area of low pressure is the one not off the coast of Los Angeles, the one over the Gulf of California, the northern end. That is the system, again, that is going to be becoming quite the mess across the southern United States. Here you can see it slowly moving northward, gathering up not only some moisture, but quite a bit of cold air that's being pulled down out of Canada. And there you see snow from southern Iowa to all the way down to central Arkansas, with then freezing rain extending down over the Dallas-Fort Worth area by Saturday morning. Now that system again continues to progress eastward, giving us a pretty good shot of, well, maybe a few snowflakes initially coming in on Saturday. This is Saturday evening at around 7 p.m. Some snow sleet mix across the east. That freezing line, that is that pink line, or darker pink lines, we may call it magenta. You pick which exactly descriptor you want to use, but that line is essentially extending from the Alligator River down towards Wilmington, Charleston, and then cruising up towards Atlanta. That is your rain snow line, your freezing line, to determine whether or not precipitation comes down either as some frozen type of precipitation or comes down as rain. Right now, that line, again, is going to be set up pretty much right along the coast late Saturday evening. So through your Saturday night into Sunday morning, we are going to be accumulating freezing rain and sleet. Snow, not quite as much, but there is still a chance we could see maybe a few flakes out there. Then we get into Sunday, and that area of low pressure really starts to ramp up right near our coast, and that's going to bring in a little bit of some extra heat. It's going to bring in that heat that will turn what could have been sleet and some snowflakes into a freezing rain solution. Now, by this point on Sunday, air temperatures are likely going to be cruising into the mid, possibly upper 30s. That really eliminates these drops from freezing right on contact as they hit the ground. But you'll note that air temperatures will be dropping again as we head towards 6, 7 p.m. on Sunday, dropping back down below freezing. So at this point, I think we're going to start to see more of the raindrops that do fall stick and freeze onto surfaces throughout eastern North Carolina. That's going to be the case coming up from Sunday evening all the way through Monday morning and through, honestly, most of Monday. Now, Monday, 9 a.m., the coast, again, will see some raindrops as the whole system exits. Those of you watching a little bit closer to the Virginia line, you certainly could see some snowflakes as this system pulls out, but you're not going to again see enough snow to really cover up all of the ice. It is still, again, going to be just a frozen mess across eastern North Carolina coming up on Monday, and potentially even Tuesday, depending on how cloudy we are on Monday. The more clouds we get on Monday, the better the odds are for some of that ice to be sticking around into your Tuesday morning. Overnight lows down well below freezing once we get into Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday staying below freezing for most of eastern North Carolina for most of the day. Well, all of the day, really. Sunday, we're back up into, again, the upper 30s. That kind of gives us a better opportunity for raindrops, but then once those temperatures drop back down below freezing, those raindrops are going to be turning over to ice and freezing on most exposed surfaces. 37 degrees on Monday gives us an opportunity to melt some of that ice away, but if we stay cloudy, likely not going to be seeing too much melt over Monday. Certainly some, but not enough to completely clear everything out. It's going to refreeze again Monday night into Tuesday, and then we should start to get back to at least I don't want to say an ice-free day on Tuesday, but we will see more melting on Tuesday and Wednesday, thanks to the increased sunshine, slightly warmer temperatures. I know Tuesday and Monday are pretty much sitting right at the same level, but Wednesday up in the low 40s. That will certainly take its toll on any leftover ice across eastern North Carolina. Unfortunately, if you're a warm weather fan, today is the lone day where we are going to be above our seasonal average. Coming up next week, Wednesday is the hottest day of the week. Thursday, 36 degrees. Friday is likely again going to remain in the mid-30s as we approach the following weekend. So yeah, get ready for a bit of a chill. January is fully here, and it is making its presence felt. That's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Thursday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.